Attack on Titan Chapter 62 reveals the question we've had for a very, very long time, and a lot of fans of the manga and anime have theorized a lot about what happened to Eren's father. Where is he? What's he doing? What really happened to him? And with this chapter, Isayama finally reveals what truly happened to Eren's father. Now, before I continue on, if you want to read the chapter, it's on Crunchyroll. I'm letting you know right now because I have a lot of Chibis that usually ask where I read my chapters. It's on Crunchyroll. Chapter 62 of Shingeki no Kyojin. Anyways, Eren's father was killed by Eren himself. I theorized this a long time ago. A bunch of Chibits have theorized. A bunch of people in the community of Attack on Titan have theorized this. But it is now officially confirmed at the end of Chapter 62 that Eren's father was killed by Eren himself by devouring him and gaining his Titan-shifting ability to where he could command Titans. So, with this, it's revealed. It confirms, technically, that Titans do carry over memories. It is confirmed. It was speculated, it was talked about, yes. But with this chapter, it officially confirms that when you eat another Titan shifter, and you can actually transfer their memories over to yourself, their information. And this is finally confirmed with this chapter. All these abilities are confirmed, and also for a Titan being able to go back to being a human. This is confirmed with this chapter. Now, the thing is, okay, with this chapter, it brings up a shocking flashback that will probably have us all speculating and scratching our heads really hard. There's a specific flashback in this chapter right at the end, and it's very confusing because it wasn't clarified, but I want to take a couple guesses at it. At first look, you see a new female Titan in the flashback of Eren, or technically Eren's father. Actually, you see it through his eyes. You see it looks like a Titan fighting a female Titan, and that must have been Eren's father fighting that Titan. The Titan kind of reminds you of Annie, but I don't think it's Annie. I think, honestly, it's Historia. I want to say it right now. I think, honestly, that Titan that Eren's father was fighting was Historia. Because it looks like the same exact design. It looks like her hair design and all that. And it looks a little bit different around here. And it looks a little bit different compared to Annie's transformation. So I want to say that right now. I believe that that female Titan that was shown in this flashback was Historia. Now, along the lines with Historia in this chapter, it brings up an interesting question I want to talk about. I've been meaning to talk about this quite a while now in my recent chapter reviews of Attack on Titan. As we know, it is clarified already, and it's been pretty much speculated, we already saw evidence that it is possible to alter people's memories. It already has. Erwin already explained that a long time ago. And so, with this chapter, it makes me wonder, did Historia's memory get altered in any form or fashion? Because she's acting a little bit different. Eren brings the question up in this chapter, like, how long have I been unconscious? How long have I been out? What's going on with the Survey Corps? Stuff like that. And the way, you know, Historia's entire personality seems a little bit different, like a little bit off in this chapter, it makes me believe maybe her memories got messed with. Because there has been a little bit of time span we have not seen between Historia and Eren and, you know, her father, Reese. So, we have to see what's going on right there. But I'm speculating, since technically Lord Reese, the entire main king of the final bastion of humanity, he would probably possess the ability to alter someone's memories, since we found out a long time ago that people inside the wall had their memories altered for they could not remember the outside world. And so it makes me believe that maybe Historia's memory got altered to believe her father, and Historia is actually going to devour Eren. That's what it's building up to at the moment, because, I mean, they have Eren chained down in this. I mean, he's chained down, he can't move, he can't bite anything, you completely see how he's been gagged and everything, and so he really can't even transform into his Titan mode. He is completely locked up. And so it makes me believe the way it's going, and the way we had that flashback that showed a female Titan, looks like a new female Titan, makes me think it's Historia. Historia is going to transform and devour Eren. That's exactly what I'm thinking. It also hasn't been really clarified to this point, since now technically it's confirmed. It hasn't been clarified that a Titan shifter can have more than one ability. Like, we don't know if, you know, a Titan shifter can possess, like, 6 abilities. We don't know that yet. We only know that they can gain their ability, and that's been confirmed with this chapter. So I wonder how many abilities one Titan shifter could have inside of them as they can keep devouring people, and can they continue to get memories from everybody they devour? That's another question. Or is it only specifically to Titan shifters? That's another question I have. Now, besides that, the big thing with this chapter, honestly, it brings up one other theory debunker in this. the 8th Titan. That was a long time ago, long time ago in this series. It was in the chapter 40s or 50s. It was just a long fucking time ago. Well, that 8th Titan, a lot of people I noticed theorized that that might have been Eren's father. It could have possibly been Eren's father if that was acting like that, and they all thought it was. Well, with this chapter, it debunks that. So it brings up a big question, like, who the fuck is that 8th Titan? Who is that 8th Titan? That is another question that is brought up. We have to speculate and wonder, what is that creature now? It can't be Eren's father, so who is it? And so, I like the chapter, and actually, I noticed one specific detail about this chapter that's very subtle, but you have to pay attention. The entire chapel part, with Eren in the chapel, that chapel looked like the crystallization that Annie used when, you know, Titans crystallize. That entire wall and surface, I looked at the surface of it, and I stared at it a good bit, and I'm like, that actually looks like crystal. The entire floor, the ground, and the overall walls look like crystal. It looks like something you would see when the Titans crystallize into their little cocoons like Annie did. So, I'm personally believing that that entire chapel may be made out of Titans. Or it could be underneath the chapel itself, I don't know. But either way, that's definitely a different type of material of wall, and it's probably the Titans forming a wall. Now, the art style of this chapter, I don't know if it's just me, or it's because the scans I've read on Crunchyroll look fucking amazing, but I think the artwork of this entire chapter was amazing. It looked really freaking good. Like, I mean, the artwork was, holy shit, it was really freaking good. I don't know if it's just me, I could be wrong, but the artwork looked a lot better. Overall, an amazing chapter that brings up a lot of questions, and we get actually some character development for Erwin. Erwin gets character development, actually, which is shocking. He reveals, or the development we get for Erwin, is that he actually favors himself over humanity. As always through the course of this series, he's always acted like he's put humanity in front. He never cared about his lives or everybody. He's willing to sacrifice half of humanity if it means that they will survive. That's technically how Erwin fought. And with this chapter, it reveals that he actually thought of himself a lot more than humanity itself, and he actually has a little bit of character personality change and stuff like that, and we finally get to see a real human side to Erwin for the first time. So I felt like this overall chapter did a decent damn good job setting up the upcoming arc for Attack on Titan, and just laying the groundwork for what we should expect. I mean, now we're getting into the final nitty-gritty details, because now since stuff are starting to get confirmed with the Titan shifters and stuff, finally Eren's father is confirmed to be dead now, this arc is looking to be shaping up to fucking greatness, because, I mean, seriously, we already know that the entire politics war and all that between humans versus humans is now over, so now we're getting into the Titan stuff. Tell me your thoughts about this chapter. Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? What was your favorite moments about it? Did you feel like this was a wonderful chapter? And what do you feel about that crazy ending of this chapter? Love you all so much. Please be safe. Chibi out.